I'm Dr. Agnes Maigallo. I'm a counseling psychologist. I have a PhD in counseling psychology, licensed by Kenya Counseling and Psychologist Board as a psychologist. I'm also a mental health practitioner. I have done an advanced diploma in mental health practice. I'm also trained in addiction treatment and addiction prevention. And recently I was accredited as a court mediator. My background is that of a teacher. I've been a transformation coach for quite a long time. And in my career life, I've looked at so many other issues, and I'm realizing mental health is everything that we need to sort for people to live successful life. How do you know you are mentally well? One, let's begin. You cannot go to a lab for blood test to test your mental wellness. Hawezi, it's not possible. You will not go for an MRI to test for mental wellness. It's not possible. It is how you are feeling, how you are thinking, how you are acting. And remember, it's only you yourself, not me, who knows what you are thinking. It's only you who knows what you are feeling. We can actually see your actions, but most of the time when you are mentally unwell, even people don't know that we are unwell. I can be very unwell and I'm smiling. That does not mean I'm well. So how do you know you are well? There are these 5 signs that you need to look at and to listen for in your own life. We begin with the first one, emotional agility. What do we mean by emotional agility? You may feel sad, and it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel anxious when it is appropriate. But those feelings, you don't have to live with them forever. You need to move on and live with you. You will be annoyed today. You will be hurt. You will feel worried about your performance in school, about your children, about your spouse. That does not mean that you stick there. If you find yourself sticking in sadness forever, it means you have a mental problem. You are not mentally well. For example, someone who is mentally well can cry at a funeral, but can just laugh at a joke later. You are not walking with the pain throughout your life. So your feelings should not drive you like wewe ni gari, like a car. So your emotions should be flexible. When it is time to be sad, we are sad. When it is time to be angry, you are able to be angry with others. When it is time to be anxious, you can be anxious. But it does not mean that stops your life. The other way you know you are mentally well is to be able to recover and not to collapse. We have a lot of challenges in our lives, a lot of them. Things go wrong. We all make mistakes. We get rejected. Maybe you got pregnant outside marriage. Maybe your marriage failed. Maybe you made a financial mistake. So, how do you bounce back? When you are mentally well, you are able to bounce back within a reasonable time. So when you're talking of mental wellness, we are not saying you can't fail. No. Failure is part of life. Failure is success turned upside down. But how fast do you recover? It is about how fast you get up from your failures. Divorce has hit you. How fast do you pick yourself up? You failed in the exams. How fast do you pick that and move on with your life? You've had a financial mistake. Your business has collapsed. How do you pick and move on? So that is what you're talking about. Sometimes, if you're not able to pick within a reasonable time, then we'll tell you you are mentally unwell. So you will need therapy to be able to pick and move on. The other thing you look at is, when you're looking at mental wellness, is, do you have a person you can run to? Do you have a go-to person? As in, who do you run to when things go south? I'm not saying you need 1,000 friends, but at least you need one person you can call and say, I am not okay. A person you can talk to without fearing being judged. And that is what many of us are lacking. We are surrounded by so many people, but these people are not our go-to persons. So you may have so many people around you, but these people who are around you are not your go-to persons. Who is that person today? If, for example, you are diagnosed with HIV, you will go and tell them, I went to the lab, I was tested positive. And you'll not be ashamed talking to them. Who is that person today? You will fail and you run through. And that person will be there to hug you and embrace you. Whether it is in family, among our family members, whether it is our colleagues, whether it is whoever. Who is that person? If you don't have even one person you can trust with your own innermost things, then you are not mentally well. Because as human beings, we are social beings. Then else, how do you know you are mentally well? Number 4, you function most days. You function optimally most of the days. We are saying, wake up in the morning, you can get out of the bed, you can make your bed. Many people don't make the bed. It's something we shall talk about. You brush your teeth, you take a shower, you go to work, you work with your colleagues effectively, you are productive, you feel that you are yourself. You may not be perfect, but if you are functioning most of the days, and even when you are working, you are feeling fulfilled, then we are saying you are mentally well. But if you can't function, unaamka kwa kitanda, instead of waking up, you're used to waking up at 6, even at 9 you're feeling, no, you're already tired, you are not okay. You wake up, you can't take a shower, you can't brush your teeth. Some of us even don't take breakfast. It tells us you are not okay. So we are not saying you are perfect, you be perfect. Apana. Some days you can be lazy. Of course, you are human beings. But if you cannot do the basic things an adult can do, then you're not mentally well. You need help. If your life feels like you are climbing Mount Kenya or Mount Everest, unaskuma, you are pushing yourself. Life is not flowing. You are pushing yourself to live this life. You are pushing yourself to go to work. You are pushing yourself to eat. You are pushing yourself to wake up. Then you are telling us that you are not mentally okay. Then the last one, there may be many, but for today this is what you're talking about. You feel you have a sense of enough. As in, you can't escape your own thoughts. You need to escape your own thoughts. What do I mean by escaping my own thoughts? As in, you can't sit silently for 5 minutes with yourself before looking for a way to distract yourself. What you're thinking is not what you want. You sit with yourself for a few minutes, you feel panicky, you feel you're afraid, you feel things are going south. Then, it is telling us that you're not mentally okay. You need to have me time with my thoughts and you are not afraid of that time. That you can sit with you can sit with yourself without other people. You don't feel lonely. You don't feel the solitude. You just feel like you are happy being with you. Many of us are lost in social media, in phones, in drinking places, in substances like banging and the like. Not because that is what we want, but because the thoughts, and when you sit with yourself, you are like you are not comfortable. You are like you are threatened. There's something not right sitting with yourself. So the only way to run away from yourself is either you get lost into social media, or you get lost into alcohol, or even you get lost into work. Then it tells us things are not okay. You need help.